10E car, Jeremy Short. Gary Krebs starting deep in this field in car number 26, the Rick's Tire Shop. Nicky Reedus in car number 53. Jeremy Leahy in the number 20 car, also starting deep in the field. Jonathan Dean in car number 7, shotgun on the field. Going to be a dandy race, fans. We're starting out feature time right here with Casey General Store Midwest Modifieds. Coming off turns 3 and 4, Austin Treadway. Nice and slow, green flag. Here we go.
Down to 1 and 2 they go for the first time. Langton jumps out to a pretty good lead over Austin Treadway. Ken Walker had a pretty good run as they go down the back straightaway. For now, settles in the 3rd position.
Off turn number 4, lap 1 goes to John Langton. Treadway still 2nd, the 51 3rd.
Talk about 3 wide racing as they come towards the start-finish line. Excellent job by everybody keeping those cars going straight. It got tight. Good racing all around.
Scott Campbell still running 3 wide with that 74 of Kyle Bates. They get close. Oh, trouble at turn 4.
Caution comes out early on over there in the exit of turn 4. Ken Walker in car number 51, also Rick Lampy in car number 17L. And how about that? Those guys kind of went around in front of the, basically from the middle of the field on back. Still had to get through that crash. Luckily, there was no major contact, although it did look like that the Muhlenberg machine made some slight contact with it. May have been the 17 of Rick Lampy, but no hard contact. Certainly that one could have been a lot worse.
Oh, absolutely. That was about mid-pack, maybe just a little bit up from mid-pack. 17 goes around, the 51's involved, but Rob did a good job. Looks like his car is clean. I believe he hit right on the front of that bumper, so he should be in good shape other than having to go to the back of the pack. Gary Krebs able to make it through. He's picked up a few spots here early on. And a car on the move, Elijah Keeper, 81, up to the number 3 position. No surprise there as that car's fast every weekend.
John Langton in car number 35 looked really good off the start of that race. It jumped out to a little bit of a lead over the rest of the field. Austin Treadway running in the 2nd position. Elijah Keeper in car number 81 is up to the number 3 spot. Langton for now is the leader and looked really good off the start of that race. We'll see if he can continue the momentum as we get back under the green flag here shortly. It's going to be interesting to watch Ken Walker. Right now he's at the very back of the pack. It will be interesting to see him try to work his way up to the front, and no doubt that's where he's going to have his sights set, is going towards the front of this pack, and he has got the car to do it. So keep your eye on that number 51 car.
Yeah, the 59 of Rob Muhlenberg as well. He's got a good hot rod tonight, so again, a long way to go, but don't count out Rob Muhlenberg. If we get a caution or 2 in this race, he could certainly be up in the mix before this thing is over. Lampy's one of those cars that's been running really good, but problems there, and I did not see that get started. It actually may have been the 51 that went around first. But bottom line is the 59 of Muhlenberg, Lampy, the 51, Ken Walker, all going to the back of the pack. They're going to have a lot of work to do before this is over. Right now, John Langton looking good, but keep your eye on that 81. Also the 74 of Kyle Bates. Scott Campbell aggressive early as well.
Certainly don't take your eye off Scott Campbell. He's right there, right around somewhere around the top 5 or maybe just outside. Keep your eye on that car number 83. That car is going to be going towards the front.
Delaware double file restart as they come off turn number 4. This time it'll be John Langton out in front leading the field. Keith Pratt looks him over and he says we're going green.
And there goes Sean Carlberg up there in turns number 1 and 2. He loops the car around. And that brings out the caution flag. Car number 15, Sean Carlberg, loops her around over there in turns 1 and 2.
It'll be back to the start we just had, and this time it will be a single file restart. Single file restart. If we can't get it going on a double file restart, we immediately send them single file. So the Midwest Modifieds will go nose to tail all the way back, and I was keeping an eye on Scott Campbell. He was making some big moves, racing for that 4th position already on that very first lap. Carlberg now with 1 spin, and you know, one of the dangers about not getting your car refired is if you spin again, you get to go back to the pit area. So we'll see how it all works out for Sean Carlberg.
Kyle Bates in car number 74 tucked in right behind Elijah Keeper right now, and right behind him Scott Campbell. A couple of drivers to keep your eye on there. Elijah Keeper, also one of our tough competitors here in the Midwest Modifieds, one of our most competitive classes here at the racetrack. Lots of guys in this class, lots of different drivers have the chance to get into victory lane, a lot of good competitors, and the playing field is very even. You don't really have one that tops the rest of the field. They're all kind of right in there together, so it makes this very exciting each and every time these guys take the racetrack.
Absolutely. Parity, the name of the game in this group of racers here in the Casey General Store Midwest Modifieds. And by the way, as you go through your daily work week, be sure and slip into the Casey General Store. It's a convenience store and a whole lot more. If you've had Casey's Pizza, you know what I'm talking about. They've got absolutely some of the best pizza you'll ever put on your table. And they've also got some great sub sandwiches there at Casey General Store. The meat is always fresh. The bread is fresh. If you want a good sub sandwich during the week, stop into Casey General Store. They're all over the place. And if you don't have one in your hometown yet, just keep your eye open. All right, looks like the lineup is good. And I believe we'll go green next time by. Green next time by. Sean Carlberg goes to the back of the pack. And he's already a half a lap behind Marcus when we get ready to throw the green flag. Coming off turn number 4, John Langton once again, nice and easy, green in the air.
John Langton once again get an amazing start there. He's already got about a half a straightaway lead over second place, which is now up for grabs. Elijah Keeper has it. Treadway pulls back ahead. They're even as they come out of turn 4.
And caution coming out one more time. Caution coming out. It's a 28 car, I believe, going off the top of the banking over in turn number 4. That'll be Corey Carter going off the edge. Looks like he's fired it back up and bringing it back on. Well, looks like some of the guys maybe a little over anxious on this little bit of a slick racetrack. But, you know, honestly, as you look at the racing groove, it's starting to come in real nice. John Langton really getting a good jump as the green flag comes out each time. But Elijah Keeper also making a nice run towards the front as well as he's up into that runner-up position.
Corey Carter in the 28 car going to rejoin the field at the back of the pack after taking a joyride off the wrong side of turns 3 and 4. And this time they come under the start-finish line, under the flag stand. The lights will go off, and they'll be going under the green flag next time by. See if we can get some green flag laps in, get this one in the books. John Langton would certainly like to see it in. That car's really been fast here in the early going. Each and every time they've had a restart, that car is pulled away from the rest of the field in a hurry.
We'll see how he hooks up. If the race should go green for a number of laps, lap traffic will come into play. We'll see how it shakes out. Right now, getting ready to go back under the green flag. John Langton on the gas. Here we go.
The early going, it's a different restart, same story. John Langton jumps out to a lead over Elijah Keeper, this time not quite as much. But as he comes under the start-finish line, John Langton is your leader. Elijah Keeper, then it's a side-by-side battle for third. Got Austin Treadway and Scott Campbell going at it for the third position. Then behind them is 3 wide.
Nikki Reedus with a right front tire going down. Looks like she'll head for the pit area. We stay green, 3 wide off 4.
They're still racing 3 wide for about third on back. Austin Treadway emerges in the 16 with the number 3 position. But here comes Oz back to his inside. Jared McIntyre's right there. And so is Scott Campbell. Everybody right in there together on the action.
Good racing up here at the front of the pack. How about 3 wide? As they continue to roll around, looks like Leahy's got a right rear going down. He'll head for the pit area. Good racing off turn 4.
Problems for Leahy in car number 20. That car is going to have to go back to the pits. Looks like the rest of the field's going to go right on around him. And it looks like Leahy's going to stay out there on the racetrack and try to run with 3 tires. John Langton still out front, car number 35. He is driving away with it. Putting the number 7 car 1 lap down. Elijah Keeper in car number 81 and Donnie Austin, the 34, crossing to the start-finish line, second, third.
Gary Krebs battles back there with Rob Eulenberg just outside the top 5. We'll see if they can get towards the front. Right now, Elijah Keeper and Donnie Aust having a good battle for that runner-up position.
Elijah Keeper in car number 81 has emerged with the second place position for now, as John Langton in the 35 goes to put the number 28 machine a lap down. John Langton still has a healthy straightaway lead over second place to Elijah Keeper, and Donnie Aust in the 34 still rides along in third.
Kyle Bates runs in 7th, Rob Eulenberg 8th, Gary Krebs 9th, as they continue to battle towards the top 5. Langton still pulling away, and Aust and Keeper are about to get busy for that runner-up spot.
Don't look now, but here comes Scott Campbell in car number 83. He's going to try to get in on the battle for second. He rides along right around the number 4 position right now as he goes around the 28 car. Lap traffic getting behind him. Aust and Elijah Keeper are side by side, battling for second.
Jared McIntyre also having a nice run. He's up into the top 5, trying to run up to these runner-up positions, as it's going to be the white flag for John Langton. All the 35's got to do is get around one more time, and he is looking strong.
Make 2 more left turns, John Langton, and you'll have the checker flag. There's one down into turn 3. Here's the next left turn in turn 4. He's staring at the checker flag. John Langton, your winner.
Aust finishes up in the number 2 position. Campbell 3rd, Keeper 4th, and McIntyre running out the top 5. Rob Eulenberg able to get up into the 6th position. Kyle Bates 7th, and that's how they'll finish up. Well, it's good to see John Langton having a nice strong run here tonight. Really had that car hooked up right from the beginning of the race and really didn't face much of a challenge as he was able to pull away from the battle for a second. And he'll put that 35 car in victory lane. Nice run for the second generation driver here at the Springfield Raceway.
Good way to start the night off. The Midwest Modifieds had a little bit of trouble getting things going there, but once they got it going, they put on a really good race. And John Langton emerges as the victor. So he wins the first feature event tonight of the Midwest Modifieds. Originally scheduled for last week, and we'll see what he can do in the second one.
I tell you what, we saw a lot of 3 wide racing back in the pack as you had some fast cars back there trying to make their way forward. Muhlenberg able to make up several spots along with Gary Krebs. And again, a nice run for Jared McIntyre, able to come up and get a top 5 run for that young man. Ryan Gilmore photos in victory lane tonight. As always, as the Wheeler Metal Legend cars rolling out onto the racetrack, getting ready for their feature event.